Yo, what's up? So today I'm going to be talking about bullying. It seems like everybody in my comment section is saying, DJ, I'm getting bullied at school. I'm getting bullied by these people. Help me out. Like this dude literally said, I'm getting bullied. What should I do, DJ? And this dude even said, I have a bully that picks on me, but one day he slammed me against the wall and twisted my arm and he broke my arm. All of my friends saw it and now they think that I'm phony because I couldn't defend myself. Damn. Damn. So most of the time, bullying is you go to school and there's this, kid that's bigger than you. He feels like he's cooler than you. And he'll say, where'd you get those shoes? And everyone will start laughing. Or he's like, you're ugly. And everybody will start laughing. The bullies always have like their clique. They have like them and like two skinnier kids that are so scared of the bully, but they just follow him around and act like they're his friend. And it's always funny because most bullies, like they have nothing special about them. Like bullies are always just lame kids that have nothing else to do, nothing going for them. Their family probably hates them. And they're always a little bit chubby. You ever realize that? But these bullies, the reason they do this is because they're not happy with themselves. The reason that kid bullies you, the reason that kid broke your arm was because they're not happy with themselves. They're not confident in themselves. They're not happy. They're not happy with their life at home. And these bullies, they bully you for reaction. Let's say it's the first day of school and there's this bully and he sees you. He's probably thinking, oh, this kid's weak. If I say he's ugly, he's gonna get sad. So he goes over and calls you ugly and you sit there and you're like, stop calling me ugly. That's exactly why bullies do that. Bullies are bullies to get reaction. That's just human nature. If I do something, it's to get somebody's reaction. I was playing Rec Room the other day. If you don't know what Rec Room is, it's basically like a game where you can just run around and talk to people. And I was watching this video on a screen and this guy came in front of me and was blocking me from seeing the screen so I couldn't watch the video. And at first I kept moving around him trying to watch it. But then I was like, the reason he's blocking the screen is because he wants me to not be able to watch it. He wants me to be like, stop blocking the screen. So then I realized that and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stand here. So I stood there and I didn't say anything for like 5 seconds and he got bored of blocking the screen and he ran away. Now, if I would have stayed there and if I would have been like, move, stop blocking the screen, I need to see this video, that dude would have kept going. He would have never left. But because I stopped giving him attention and I stopped responding to what he was doing, he gave up and he went to go do it somewhere else. Now you can use that logic. If you're getting bullied, the simplest thing I can say is to stop letting it affect you. If somebody calls you ugly, just be like, it's not super easy to do that though. A lot of people are very, very soft and very, very fragile nowadays. And just the whole generation of kids nowadays, most of them are really soft and a bunch of snowflakes. If somebody calls you ugly, is it gonna affect you? Like, be honest, you listening right now, like I'm literally talking to you. If somebody were to call you ugly, would it make you mad? Would it ruin your day? If you say yes, then you're kind of soft. And there's nothing wrong with being soft. I think everybody can toughen up as they grow up. But if somebody came up to me and said I was ugly, I would laugh at them. I'd be like, okay. Or I'd be like, I know, I'm super ugly. You have to play it off. People only do things to get reactions. That bully who broke that dude's arm, he knew that you were very, very scared of him and that you weren't going to do anything back to him. So that's why he was doing it. He knew that you were going to sit there and say, stop bullying me. And they like that. It sounds messed up. It really does sound messed up. That bullies will sit there and twist your arm and just toy with you and listen to you saying, stop, and they'll still do it. I remember one time in school, there was this kid who was hating on my shoes. And my freshman year of high school, I wore whatever I wanted. I didn't care what people said. I didn't care what people thought about me. And I didn't care pretty much my whole life. But freshman year of high school, I was going into a new school. I'd never been in high school before. And I wore these shoes that nobody wore. I think they were like New Balances. A lot of people seem to be wearing New Balances nowadays, but like 6-7 years ago when I started wearing New Balances, nobody wore them. Everybody was like, that's a grandpa shoe. Those are shoes my dad wears. My uncle wore those at the cookout the other day. I didn't care. I really didn't care. I thought they looked cool. I'll probably put a picture of them up right here. I think they were some red New Balances. I wore those to school. And there was this one kid in my class. I think he was like a junior or a senior when I was a freshman. And he came over to me in class and he was like, what are you wearing? What are those? Like people used to say, what are those? Like that stupid stuff. And he expected me to be like, dude, you don't like my shoes? Or he expected me to be like, dude, shut up. Stop making fun of me. But I literally looked at him and I was like, I looked at him looked at my shoes, laughed, and then walked away. And I'm pretty sure he stood there for about 2 minutes thinking, why did that kid not care? If I would have been like, dude, stop looking at my shoes, stop bullying me, he would have been laughing, he would have brought his friends over there, and they all would have started treating me. And guess what I did the next day? I pulled up to school with the same shoes on. And guess what he did? He didn't say a word to me. I'm pretty sure he didn't say a word to me the rest of the year. But could you imagine what he would say to me if I pulled up the next day with different shoes on? He would have said, "Where's your shoes, bucko? Somebody changed their shoes." And the only reason he stopped bullying me was because I didn't care. Now, sometimes there's gonna be bullies who realize you don't care and they're gonna go harder and harder and harder. Like in that comment, somebody said a bully literally broke your arm. You probably were like, stop bullying me, or you just ignored him. And he felt like he didn't have the power, so then he decided to break your arm. Now, I don't know if this is a real comment. Are you being serious? Like somebody actually slammed you against the wall and twisted your arm and broke it? Are you serious? What the hell type of school do you go? Zombie school? What the I remember on 4th of July this past year, I was hanging out with a bunch of people and there was a few people who had paintball guns. And a few of my friends, they had these paintball guns and they were shooting people, they were shooting stuff, but they weren't shooting me. And you wanna know why they weren't shooting me? Because I wasn't playing around and I wasn't a baby. I remember there was a situation where one of my friends aimed the paintball gun at me. And he was acting like he was gonna shoot me. I just stared at him. I didn't say a word, I didn't move, I just stared right back at him. And he didn't shoot me. This happened so many different times with so many different friends. A lot of people had paintball guns that night. And every time they said they were gonna shoot me, I just stared at them and they never shot me. Now, if I was like, please don't shoot me, no, they definitely would have shot me. Because people do things to get a reaction. If you give them the opposite reaction, you'll leave them starstruck. Like if somebody's talking to you and they start being mean. Let's say they're like, well, that's why you're stupid, or just something. Let's say you're in an argument. If you respond back to them and say, well, you're stupid, or if you sit there and say, wow, that really hurt my feelings, that's exactly what they want you to say. That's why they said that. That's why they're mean to you, because they want a reaction. If you just look at them, realize what they said, and walk away, they'll come back to you. I remember I had an argument with somebody in my family couple weeks ago, and it wasn't supposed to be an argument. We were talking about something and that person got heated up and they started saying things that they definitely regret saying. They were saying some rude things to me. After I heard that, I just looked at them and walked away and I left. A couple minutes later, I got a phone call. I got text saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. If you give people the reaction that they want, they're gonna use you. They're gonna use it to their advantage. But if you don't give people what they want, they'll respect you. And bullying comes down to respect. Bullies don't bully people that they think are higher than them. Bullies always bully people who are lower than them in their mind. That's why you need to be confident. This goes back to just being confident. If you think that you are the man and you don't let anything affect you and you just act unperturbed by everything, things will go your way. If you let things affect you, you'll let things control you. You need to be controlling things. You need to control everything in your life. And when you let things affect you, you'll let those things control you. And that's just not good. It's gonna take a while though. If you kept getting bullied for a while and you expect to go to school tomorrow with this knowledge and be like, okay, I'm gonna act like it doesn't affect me. These bullies, they know that you were a baby yesterday. They know that they were bullying you and you were saying, stop. They know you were doing that yesterday. So if you show up to school tomorrow and act like you don't care, and think it's gonna work, it's not gonna work that quick. You have to act like you don't care probably for a week. And for that person who got their arm broke, you're gonna have to act like you don't care for a month. If I was you, bro, I'm walking into school with that cast, and if I see that bully, I'm flipping the finger. I'm giving him the finger with the arm with the cast. Literally, shove your arm up and just give him the finger. And then just walk away. Act like you don't care. He's not gonna come over to you and punch you. It all just goes back to confidence. If you act confident, you can get pretty much anything you want. There was actually a kid who told me that every time he talks to girls, they reject him. And he wanted my help. So I ended up helping him in this video right there. I told him how he can get girls and how he can stop getting rejected. So watch that and peace out.